Hey, come along with me as I work on this large mural today. Oh, and it would be so nice if you would subscribe. So this, what you're seeing here, is a doodle grid. I take some spray paint in a lightish color. I doodle all over the surface, and then I take a picture of that and take that photo into some sort of digital program and superimpose my sketch, the original sketch of these cute animals. I put that over a layer of this doodle sketch picture, and then I'm able to really map out where all of the parts go. So instead of doing a linear grid, this is, for me, a lot easier, makes more sense in my brain, really helps me to size up a project. As long as I know the dimensions of the wall, I can start with a digital canvas that's that same dimension. And look at that little hole. I'm going to paint a mouse in there. It's a little drainage hole. So this project is part of the Elmira Infinite Canvas program facilitated through Community Arts of Elmira. Here you can see my doodle grid. I'm looking at the doodle grid, and note that plastic sleeve from the dollar store. Put it in a plastic sleeve because it gets wet and dirty out there. So this is just me figuring out, okay, I went through the 2-5. I am coming through that star, the tip of the star on my doodle grid, and there, now I know the shape of that cat's head. And yes, I could just draw these simple shapes, but this really helps me to keep the design specifically as I've put it together as a digital rendering. Isn't it cute? So this mural is all about celebrating adopted animals and how our pets are part of our family. Not everyone has somebody to go home to, but you might have a furry pet. So this is my little giant ladder, and it will eat your fingers. You better be careful. I have learned over the years to take it slow with this thing. It's heavy in a good way. I don't feel like it's going to move around a lot when I'm on it. So just do take care. It will eat your fingers, and it's harder to be a successful art person without as many fingers. So I always rock it before you get on it. So put it in place and then give it a little, see how I'm giving it a little rock and kicking it out, making sure it's as wide as it can be. And this little giant has two accessories. I'm only using one of them today. This is actually a step. So if I wanted to stand on this step, I could instead of standing on a rung, but I'm actually going to use it as like a workbench. I also have another accessory I'm not using today. So here again, I'm looking at my doodle grid, and I'm looking at the transposed or superimposed image. And then that is how I know where to put this doggy face. So looking at that doggy face there, isn't he cute? I know where to put it depending on the doodle grid. And thanks to my hubby for all this great video work here today. It was cold during Mural Fest. Ooh, it was cold, but the show must go on. It wasn't raining. Here's a tip: put out a some sort of sign so people know who you are. And if you had seen, there's a little basket I put on my sign, but my business cards kept blowing away. But put a sign out with your business cards. Here, I'm getting these goldy yellow centers of the flowers, and I mixed this color myself. So because I've mixed it, I'm trying to finish up all the work I can on that mixed color. So you'll see in a minute, I'm going to do this center of the circle, and you can see the doodle grid starts to go away more and more. Doodle grids will make people nervous, so maybe mention to people that you're going to be using a doodle grid so they don't get freaked out by what they think might be graffiti. So if you have someone who's hired you, tell them you're doing a doodle grid so that you can explain that the doodle is going away. So often people will ask me, like, what is with all the graffiti? Oh, look, I start dancing. We had a DJ on set at Mural Fest. It was really making me happy. But people will often ask me, like, what is with all this graffiti? And I'll explain to them that don't worry, it's just my grid. This cart here, it's a 3-level cart with wheels. I bring that to set with me often, and if I'm on a lift, I can actually get this on a lift. It has some locking wheels. Always put your caps back on nice and tight. I have dropped so many paint cans and containers because I didn't put the lid on correctly. And if you've hired someone or you have an assistant, make it a golden rule that you tighten up your lids. Here I'm just trying to use up some of the white paint. That's another item, that little container I'm painting out of is another thing I got from the dollar store. So which is your favorite? Do you like this kitty cat, the gray cat, the tan cat, the bunny? There's going to be 2 dogs. Oh, and here's a view of where I kind of finished for the day. I have done a lot more since I've taped this. So just keep checking back because I'm going to show you more and more. Thanks for hanging out. I would love to see you at VidCon 2025. If you're going to be there, stop by and say hi. Bye.